is this was a massive threat to everything that I had built. You know, I had like 150,000 subs. You know, I was a relatively small channel, and here's the biggest and most influential YouTuber in the world, you know, by influence, talking all this about me and bringing up a situation that had already been resolved for over a year in this Reddit thread. And I panicked like so bad because like you cannot imagine how it feels unless you're in that situation.
You made a if you panicked, you would want the least amount. So like what do? You would lie the minimal amount to hope it would go away. There is no chance in hell that John Swan wanted this controversy to go away at any mother time. That's why he wrote the goddamn Google Doc. He didn't want this. He was going to capitalize on this because he thought he could get over it. I have AIDS, Cobra, so good luck.
And unless you're in dream situation, because this guy went through a similar thing, and I know exactly what he's feeling. I know exactly how it is. Now, the only thing that really stems from this is that he went through the same.
Can I get a Cobra has AIDS in the chat?
Thing as
That's
me.
a lot of money.
No,
Don't.
Well, now he does. I feel like I was watching a serial killer manifesto, right?
Really be charitable. You know, that's not the greatest. You know, I would have appreciated if he just didn't do that because you know.
I wonder when we get around to empathy. Vito, would you do a movie review? The greatest cinematic failure. Fucking John Swan. I'd fucking pay it. You're not doing much all day. We can work this out.
He knows how it feels. He didn't have to say that on Reddit, but he decided to. I mean, that's his right, I suppose, but at least tell the story correctly. Anyway, so, you know, I panicked super hard when I saw that. I thought that everything, all the credibility that I had, everything that I built up to this point would come crashing down. This would become a massive deal. All I wanted to do was shut down the rumor. I wanted to stop the rumor from spreading as fast as I could. I actually got linked it on my Discord server. I got linked to that Reddit post on my Discord server, and I came up with this story. Basically, the extension of the story I told Dream, you know, a year and a bit ago. You know, I came up with this story in 17 minutes. I went back and looked at my original logs. You can see the message that the time it was sent me, and my response with the message that I would eventually post on Twitter.
It's crazy.
That's a lot of money.
Was 17 minutes. That was the gap. That's the reason the story was so.
I feel like it does get empathetic, but it's towards the middle to the end. Okay.
Jessica, all he has to do is follow you on Twitter, and he'll change your mind.
Yeah, so follow fucking Jessica on Twitter.
Literally came up within the 17 minutes, and it was this a moment of like intense panic that everything that I had and everything that I built would come crashing down. And at that point, you know, I posted it on Twitter thinking that it would get maybe like 300 likes and I would never have to address it again and it would just be gone and I wouldn't have to talk about it. Not the case. It blew up immediately. It got like
it blew up in your favor immediately.
Do you want us to fucking die?
It blew up in your favor.
Thank you for the
tweets and likes, and it got like 1,500 likes, and then Dream responded to it, and this drama became bigger and bigger and bigger, and I regretted it like really quickly. I regretted this so fast.
Wait, hold on,
point,
Tommy.
What?
Didn't he tweet out, "I'm uncancelable"? After
yes,
that?
This is such a shit. This is so sad. Let's all pray for John. I don't know. I'd rather paint a pentagram and fucking sacrifice a German Shepherd for John. Like, Jesus Christ. You know?
I had gotten so far in that I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. Like,
I think you got the timeline wrong, John.
At that point, was I just supposed to like turn around and say, sorry guys, I was just lying the entire time? Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to respond.
He knew just what to do. This is all lies. John is starting to sound more and more like a used car salesman. He's starting to sound more and more like Anthony Weiner. You know, I mean,
didn't know what to do because I'd already dug myself into this deep hole that I had no idea how to dig myself out of at this point. So I decided to
I was so upset with Nick DiOrio for sticking up for me so profusely. It was so embarrassing, but I just didn't have the courage to tell him to knock it the fuck off.
possibly do one of the worst things I could do.
That's a lot of money,
And I decided to just go along with
person
it.
of color.
But I also wanted to end it off as quickly as I possibly could. And that's why I decided on making the Google document. Where I basically said this all came down to a misunderstanding.
Wait a minute, didn't he just tell us that he wanted it all to go away and tweet out? So the Google document, that's what's going to chase everybody away.
And I was really I tried to be as charitable as I could to Dream in that document. Because I wanted the hate to die down. I wanted everything to stop. I wanted everything to just end.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. I'm sick of Lieutenant Cobra. I'm gonna fucking ban him from donating. Hang on. That doesn't make even a smudge of sense. He is way too experienced to say that. I mean, can I prove it? Probably not. It just doesn't make any fucking sense at all. I mean, who are you fucking kidding? My God. Lieutenant Cobra. How do I ban people? Oh, I just fucking popped it up again. Like, can I do this? Copy message chat? You know, I don't even know how to do it.
Check time with Tommy C. Let's go.
Yeah, check time. Go on. I can't. I don't know how to do this. I could probably start doing it in the other one too. No, I don't know how to do it. I used to know how to do this. This used to be like an option. You know, you could copy the message text, blah, 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 pop out. And I don't know what these other commands do. Fuck. Whatever. Oh, well, I'll just have to take the money. Terrible. Jessica, John already follows, and Nick, so if you follow me, I become Switzerland, and I stay out of it, because I'll get the fuck out of here. I'm North Korea. Don't give me that horse shit, lady. All right, let's go back to the self-modulation. He's saying it with a really creepy grin, and I mean, that's not proof that he's not sincere, but it sure feels it.
Because it had gotten so far and it had gotten so big, and I felt so shit that I just wanted all of it to end. Now, the downside of that is it made me look really insane because there was a multi-page Google document about things that didn't really happen. But I just wanted it all to stop. And that's the reason I did that Google Doc.
Then a few days come out. Trying to capitalize on the situation. Absolutely. And it really didn't go fucking south until Dream made a video of it. Or a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream on it. That's when it started to tilt back towards Dream. Yeah, he swung his audience. And there's a lot of problems in there. But I didn't get caught up with the yups and the writing style. I got caught up with the amount of things that John would have had to get unlucky on for his defense. And I'm using Nick because Nick probably made the most sensible defense of him for it to work. And then I started thinking about how I knew him and my dealings with him, and none of it added up. I even said, if you go back, I remember Verse calling me, he's like, dude, that stream, fine fucking wine. And Verse was really pumped. But I remember thinking, there's no way I'm going to fucking prove this shit unless somebody, comes through. So I know he was absolutely trying to capitalize, and I don't believe he's trying to chase it away. I think maybe initially that was the thought, but when it started going his way, and look, he dipped out of the Keemstar interview. In fairness, I wouldn't have took that either on such short notice, I guess. But he was already lying, so it doesn't matter. And for him to repeat his Google Doc arguments on Drama Alert, God, he really did himself a favor by not going on there.
A few days later, people,
because it would have sounded stupid to so many people.
This grapevine stuff, John's lying, there was no point in trying to hide it anymore, so I just admitted it. In a way, to be honest, it kind of was better it happened when it did, rather than happening, several months down the line. Because Dream doesn't mention this in here, But I know how it feels to
go.
lie about something like this for an extended period of time. It feels really bad. Like, my closest friends know I was having issues sleeping and like functioning during the day. Like,
You never sleep. I know your sleep schedule. You're always fucking online and saying stupid shit on Twitter.
doing this was like, it was inhibiting my ability to do what I needed to do. It felt like absolute trash.
Do what you needed to do. Fucking YouTube commentators are professional assholes. Like me. Who are you kidding?
And I know this guy must have felt like shit. He doesn't say it he did, but I know he did, because I know how it feels to have that happen to you. And
Oh, really? Do you know? Because he still hasn't really come clean about it, John Swan. He's still saying, oh, it was there by accident. He's going with that. So like, his story doesn't make it. The odds of him not knowing that folder was filled with fucking sheets is slim and fucking none. And the only reason he said anything is because he lost all his fucking records and he wanted to address it. As more time goes by, his fans grow up and they see 1 in 1 sextillion of something. He still really had, is he a dream a minute, dream a minute, dream a minute? He really didn't. He just said enough where people can say, oh, bullshit, he admitted it. He did not admit it, listen. Jeff read the thing. He didn't admit shit. All he said is, pretty good chance the people accused me of having cheats in there. I had him in there. I just didn't realize it. That's what he said. That's not admitting it.
to go through with that. And, if it had gone on much longer, I don't know how that would have affected me mentally.
You'd have been fine.
So I'm kind of happy it happened when it did. Now, obviously, the downside of that, of it happening and everything coming out in the way that it did, is that people really hated me. Unlike Dream, I had no one sticking up for me because
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person
Are you
of color.
kidding me?
I'm sorry, what?
All right, is he saying
Yeah.
after the fact? Because you had Augie, you had Tipster, you had Optimus, a million sub YouTuber, and you had Nick.
I think he was saying after the fact, after he came out. No one
What's
was,
to stick up for? The only thing you can
Exactly.
say is how mercy on his soul. And you didn't deserve it. So if you met it before, man, fuck him in the tooth. Oh my God. But I mean, you had plenty of people sticking up for you.
was objectively in the wrong. Nothing about what I did.
You made everybody feel like a fucking idiot. And because of the way you talk, because of the way you deliver, because of the fact there's nothing genuine about you, everything seems and feels like a performance you see, and you project yourself like some kind of serious artist, and it's fucking YouTube.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
And you'll
for
do
a
anything to
person of
protect
color.
that. This is all horseshit, guys. It's really first bad when you get caught.
did was in any way correct, right, admirable. There was no redeeming quality to what I did whatsoever. Now on Dream's end,
He never trolled anybody again. I mean, Jesus, full of fucking horseshit.
he has hundreds of thousands of stans that will support him. But regardless of that, he also has a rather large, a much larger than me, quantity of people that really hate him and despise him. And that's kind of where I can empathize even more. This camera's out of focus. Let me just refocus it. It's going to annoy me. There we go. This is all very unscripted. I'm sure you can tell.
In a sense. I wouldn't call it unscripted because there probably is no script. How do you say that? I think it's sort of ad-libbed. Is that the right word?
Or
Yes.
outlined.
You need a script to make
Winging it? Winging it?
Winging it. Yeah, I'll get winging it. Yeah. But there's a narrative being crafted here.
It just went out of focus again. That's great. I apologize for
Why
this.
would you
I'm not
care?
cutting this. I don't want to cut it. I'm not cutting this video. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I am so fucking sincere. I am not cutting this. No one would understand that but another YouTuber.
I want you to know how real this is. I'm not cutting this part of the video. This is raw footage.
So where
Tommy.
was I?
Boy, fucking Jeremy was right about this, right?
Something about me and Dream. I've just lost it. This is great. I'm still not cutting this video. I'm sorry. I'm not cutting it.
God,
So,
I didn't say
think I
the
found
word. I'm not cutting this video. I really felt bad the whole time and I couldn't sleep.
He cut in the video? I don't know if he's cut in the video or not.
I don't troll people. It made me very uncomfortable after I,
Are we past the 10-minute? Are we past the 10-minute mark of the video?
Yeah, we're almost done actually.
Oh, okay.
No, well, only like, wait a minute. Yeah, we're 13-minute mark even.
The Dream, Dream has a much higher quantity of people that hate him than I did because I'm a very small channel. But I know how it felt for me, all this controversy. I'm not trying to like seek pity points or whatever, but because I brought this upon myself. This was my fault.
Thanks for reminding me. I didn't need a reminder.
But it feels genuinely very shit to have like thousands of people, perhaps even hundreds of thousands of people.
I think he has spent approximately 2 minutes empathizing with Dream total in this entire fucking thing. Everything else is about him. John, you're a sociopath. And I couldn't mean that more about anybody I ever met in my life. Yeah, I use it as an ad hominem. Yeah, I throw it out there too much. But nothing hits every motherfucking check mark more than you. I bet the only check mark you don't hit, and I don't know if you hit it or not, is being oversexed. YouTubers aren't oversexed, though. I mean, this is some of the most disgusting gobbledygook that I've ever fucking come across. There is zero self-awareness. There is zero reflection. There is zero empathy. Well, I'd say 2 minutes of it. And it's just spoken. There's nothing sincere about this. And there's checkable light. You didn't troll anybody. Get the fuck out of here. Every time I woke up in the morning, you were fucking with somebody with, Cobra and A-Star or something like that. You enjoyed the shit out of it. You caused this, Tommy, all of this. You started commentary. I sure did.
That hate you is really, really shit. And to have those same people call you like a psychopath and a sociopath for doing what you did and not even knowing like how it felt feels even worse.
I'm gonna get a heat wave, boys! Oh no! You don't have an audience to swing, you motherfucker! Try again, bitch! You've got no empathy. You have no sympathy. You haven't taken any responsibility. You have simply talked about the way you felt. Because that's all you know. You're completely incapable of putting yourself in anybody else's shoes. You can only think through me and me only. It is hysterical. I'm glad you're making that face at me. Because that's the way I would do. Look, dude, if I so brutally made a jackass out of myself. Oh my God. Oh God. I mean, this is, I make these, I use hyperbole, like, the self-modulating. I mean, I would be surprised if I fucking say he threw fucking gasoline at himself at this point. There's your shout out, Tom. Thank you, Sid.
Probably the worst thing about all of this. Like, people were out there, like, calling me a psychopath and a sociopath, like, going out saying all this stuff, and they had no idea at all about why I did it or how it felt.
It's irrelevant why you did it. Your feelings don't count for shit. And I gotta be honest with you, it's not provable, but it's not believable that you did this to shut everybody up. You might have started off that way, but then you went into 7th gear. You thought you could capitalize it, and you downshifted as soon as Dream did his Twitch stream. You're nuts! You are fucking batshit crazy. God, what are some of those, what is that fucking British saying? Nutty is a box of fucking bullfrogs or whatever the fuck it is.
I've never heard that in my entire life.
I'm not
a
British,
box of frogs. So. You know what? And somebody did it. I watched some Englishman do it that was drunk out of his mind on YouTube. Go look this up on YouTube. You take a box of frogs, right? And you take a bunch of frogs and you throw them in, and they all make you. It sounds fucking crazy. And this is what this is like. These are frogs chirping away. Man, it's a box of frogs. That's what this is. A big box of frogs. Are you? Oh my God.
Or anything like that. It was terrible. Anyway, regardless of that, I know how that feels. And I know how this guy must have felt, having all those people ripping on him.
Just like you, looking for a way out.
Relentlessly. And you just wanting it to go away.
The only thing that could happen, maybe, is he trying to reach out to him for a fucking collab?
You know, I really empathize with that. I really do. It's not to
In
say
what
what he
way?
did was okay. It's not to say what I did was okay. Both of us made a massive mistake. You know, in Dream's situation, he's lied about it. I think someone said for 11 months, which is a long time.
A lot longer than you, huh? That's relevant. So technically, he's just a little worse than me. Could you please watch my videos again? Get the fuck out of here. You know,
I can
You know,
subscribe.
my situation lasted 2.5 weeks.
that would be great. That would be great. Like and subscribe. The Holocaust didn't happen. You know, I mean, that would have. That's the only. You know, it wouldn't shock me if that fucking did happen in the middle of this. Why he stares blankly into the camera. Oh my God.
The camera was out of focus.
In public timelines, he's lasted for about 7 months. Apparently, there was more like behind the scenes for 11 months. I don't know about that, but
That's a lot of money,
on the
I guess,
public surface,
for
it
a
happened
person
for
of color.
11 months. He made a video that was about 20 minutes. He made an initial Google document that not a lot of people know about, but he made an initial Google document. Then he made a second. He hired the Harvard professor to create him a Google document.
He's pointing out all the things he did. Oh, this is great.
He, for months on end, called the mod team clout chasers.
Oh,
that
terrible.
They were, you know,
Terrible.
What a bastard.
It was a shambles, constantly insulting them, belittling them for months.
That's a lot of
And then he
money.
finds out about 4 months ago
Aggressive
that he was
attack!
cheating, at least according to him.
Crazy
And
as
he
a
didn't
bag of
say anything
rats.
about it. He just let the
Yeah.
harassment continue. Now, I'm not trying to say, you know, what I did was, what Jim did was worse than me. It's not with me to determine. But, you know, the guy had a similar set of circumstances to me, although over a much longer period of time to a much greater scale. And I kind of know how it feels. You know, I keep on coming back to this line.
He goes. What he does?
All I know is
money,
that
I
it's
guess.
He goes.
for
He
a
knows how
person
it
of
feels,
color.
and then he talks about himself. He doesn't even make that many comparisons. I can see that. Like, okay, I know how this feels. Oh, by the way, here's the story, and it doesn't. When I'm done telling this, you shouldn't feel that. But, you know, it's clearly I'm not as bad as the other guy. How long did that fucking prick lie? Months.
What a dick.
I can't believe he left it up. I can't believe he posted.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
He looks like a cross between Where's Waldo and Whataburger. I'd never been to Whataburger, and my fucking uncle was like a district manager, in Arizona.
It's very overrated.
That's what he said.
It's very overrated. But then again, I'm not into that type of food.
Yeah. Well, he was like he oversaw like all these stores and shit. It wasn't like it was like a suit and tie job.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, you know, like a manager like flipping yelling at the kids to flip burgers. I said I want to go to Whataburger. It's like, why don't we just go to McDonald's instead?
Had me a lot, feeling like everything you built might come tumbling down, and there's nothing you can do about it is really stressful.
Oh.
And it is.
Yes, it is, sure.
And people not in this
When
situation
you lie and you get caught, and your entire career is based on your credibility and
That's
your
a lot of
character,
money, I guess,
yeah, it
for
can
a
all
person
come
of
apart
color.
when you lied. I don't know if that kind of stress for the average person is really relatable.
never know how it feels. People that don't have a channel, that are not here, that haven't been called out would.
You know, when I was high school, I killed my ex-girlfriend. And, you know, I was really, really fucking worried that, you know, somebody might find her body or dig her up or, you know, God forbid, some hunter, you know, just like trip over because I really didn't do a good job digging the grave. And do you have any idea how stressful that is? I mean, do you have any idea? I mean, I could have gone to jail for murder. I mean, Jesus, you know where I'm from, right? I live right down the street from Rawway Prison. That's a really tough place. I'd be like the only white guy there. And that's a lot of stress. That is a lot of stress, Jeff. And I don't,
Well,
and I empathize with Ted Bundy when he was out on the run and he was almost picked up. And I even empathize more when he escaped that one time and they got him back. Do you know how much stress it was?
Yeah, like I totally understand.
And to add on that,
situation,
he killed more people, and that's even more stress.
I know. Like, this is a difficult situation for you. So, like, I'll
facing life
you,
behind bars.
Hits the fan.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's gonna be stressful.
Like, thank God nobody found it. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know?
Never know how this feels. And I understand.
And I don't know how Ted Bundy feels either, you motherfucker. Yeah.
And I empathize. But at the same time, it's like, I wish he could have empathized with me. Because he knows how this could have felt.
Oh, yeah, that's an attack. That's no empathy. That's an attack. Or maybe in a roundabout way to get fucking hooked up with them.
He went on Reddit.
That would be the biggest fuck you of all time for Dream to fucking, you know what, I'm going to bail John out of this. Something tells me he's a bigger prick than John is.
To do a whole lot of stuff and post whatever he did.
Sociopaths vying for power.
You know, that still feels shitty and it impacts me to this day, you know? Because I made the really dumb decision of lying about it. And, you know, it impacted my entire career.
Yep.
And now, you know, I've got to try and rebuild what I ruined for myself.
I didn't say this before, quit. Just go away.
You literally
I'm not
just
telling you to go away like you have to, but maybe you should.
And this guy's going to kind of have to do the same thing. But
And the thing is, he did the same thing again. He said before that, you know, he did this because he wanted to go away, and the first opportunity he goes, he puts out this motherfucker. Like, who are you going to believe? There is nothing. There isn't a shred of sincerity in this. Not even a small. And let me tell you something. In apology videos, you can pick them up and just repeat over and over and over again. That guy's not sincere. That guy's sincere. And you know what? I don't know any more than anybody else. You can't read the person's mind. But you know, I'm giving you examples about a timeline that doesn't make sense, and his behavior prior, up into, including getting caught. And something tells me he wasn't chomping at the motherfucking bit. I think he thought Nick didn't have the balls to expose him because they shared an audience. That's what I think. I mean, I've actually seen worse apologies than this seem more sincere, if that's possible.
try and put things in perspective. This isn't the worst thing. You know, this isn't even close. There are so many people that have done way worse things than what Dream has done. So
yeah, like murder. So what?
make it okay.
Murders.
You know, Hitler fucking killed like fucking 20 million people. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that's done worse things. Stalin. That guy makes sure Hitler
don't forget the boy Stalin.
Yeah, Stalin makes sure that Khmer Rouge over there in Cambodia. I mean, there's a lot of bad people out there. Why are you busting my nuts over fucking lying about that stupid kid from England?
But many people have done many worse things. And
So
we
what?
should allow Dream
So what?
to...
Just to say, please forgive me. I want my career back. Mao Zedong.
yeah, I was gonna say Zedong. You know, he's creeping.
Mao Zedong.
You know, he's doing some shit.
And there's the guy that ripped off Bobby Orr when all his money when he played for the Boston Bruins, and
Jack Johnson's parents stole all of his money.
Jack Johnson's parents stole all of his money. O.J. Simpson.
Ryan O'Reilly drove through a Tim Hortons.
O.J. killed his wife.
I still go to his Twitter every now and again just to read the replies.
Keemstar said hate to anti-Semitic hate to H3H3. You know. Red Kiwi's trying to fuck a kid.
Yeah, you know. That might be a little worse, you know. Tommy, I even think you repeatedly told someone to kill yourself.
I like
put the knife in your neck and pull it to the right.
Him, but this is the thing. I love that guy.
It's different.
Yeah, people think I hate Running Riot. I don't. I hated him at that moment, but
he just drives you insane.
Nah, he's just good. He really is a good person. I told him to do it in front of his family, and that's the one thing I respect about him the most. He's a good family man.
To have a redemption, to be able to grow and change. Because, you know, he says he's genuinely...
No. You don't want a redemption. You want people to give you a redemption. That's a very, very different thing. A redemption is a personal thing. It is about opinion. It's about personal growth. You don't need other people to give you a redemption. You're looking for a redemption arc. And that is just like this, a performance. Really.
Sorry. And this, clearly affected him a lot. Because I know how it felt, and it affected me a lot. I can't imagine it didn't affect him either. And
it was worse than him, the guy that fucking snatched Matt Pitt's leg. The guy's a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Hate that guy.
Totally. Yeah.
He's
Fuck
worse,
that guy.
He's worse than John.
he's come clean about it now. So it's important that
He really didn't come clean about it, though.
No.
we allow him a position. And
He feels empathy for the guy that didn't really come clean about the fucking shitty thing that he did. This is a classic. There hasn't been a boring part of this video.
an opportunity to grow and change from this and to become better. And hopefully he does. Because I know how it felt to have, for people to give me that opportunity. It felt great.
Fuck him. He held the line longer than you.
Not everyone did, unfortunately.
What the fuck is happening?
But I know how it feels to not being given an opportunity.
Fuck off.
And it doesn't feel great. And we shouldn't do the same thing to Dream. If he looks like he's genuinely sorry about all of this. So
Like you.
let's, criticize him, sure. Let's criticize what needs to be criticized. Let's do what needs to be done. But let's also
Dream
not
bad.
leave the door closed for
This is what he wants
redemption.
done for him. Listen.
Because there is redemption here.
No, there isn't. Well, for him,
really
he's got
not.
more fans than you. It's like you said.
And I empathize a lot with him
God.
in this
I
situation.
empathize. He's just saying it. I apologize
Because
for
I know
what
how
you
it
don't
feels.
know. I empathize for what he really can't explain. Maybe like
I
one
think that's pretty
fucking
much it.
line.
If I've said anything I need to say, I
believe
think
he
so.
thought this is a good idea.
This is a really long rant video.
I'll
I don't
say.
usually do this, but you know what?
You're
I decided
desperate.
it's kind of also kind of like an end
it's
to the whole
cathartic.
situation. I feel like this
It's
is
all
kind of
the
the right time to
buzzwords.
talk about it all. And I think I've cleared up most things that
No,
people
you ain't
have
clear up
questions
shit,
about.
man. You
Not
better
really,
listen
not
up.
really.
Nah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Thank you all for the support recently
You're
on the channel.
welcome.
It means a lot. Obviously coming back from this isn't easy. The algorithm's not treating me very well because people keep on unsubbing the channel.
there it
It
is.
does that.
God, he
Basically,
can't-
YouTube says, "Oh, your subscribers aren't interested in your videos."
Am I on the same fucking planet right now? Like,
no
what
one
the
can see
fuck
your
is
videos.
this?
That's not great, but it'll take a while for me to reach where I was
We're
before.
living in a fuck. We're living in a
I
fucking.
You
appreciate
really
everyone's
don't
support.
deserve it.
I appreciate
No,
everyone's
this is
opportunity
stimulation. Like,
to get better and do
Yeah.
better. Because none of this is, I don't think any of this is things that he or I deserve to lose our careers over. We both made
Time will tell.
stupid mistakes, and we can both grow and learn. And I hope he does,
You're both psychopaths.
because I'm trying to do the same thing.
I'm sure. This song's called Cat Circus.
Good on you.
Enjoy it.
See you guys later. Peace out.
You're not enjoying this anywhere near as much as I am. Swan is an official lookout in heaven today. I love this bridge. Can I get some clown emojis in the chat, please? That makes John a lookout for life. Yes. He's a lookout. He really always has been. The mask is off. It's like fever dream. John is a lookout once again. There you go.